Mark Hutchison is on, and I just promoted him. The other ones, I can't promote them if I'm sharing the leaderboards. So just know if you don't see their face, I'll share them. I'll promote them as soon as I'm done sharing.
Gotcha. I got you.
All right, I'm going to mute you, mute me. We'll be live in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Filmed in beautiful Treasure Island, Florida. Now, let's hear it for our host, our president and CEO, Andy Albright.
Welcome to this TWC. I got a big plan talking about service, giving to others, making a difference in others' lives. And we had some insane, great sharing or serving leaders out there this week and this past week. So I've got a leaderboard of stuff that happened last week, what got issue paid and submitted so far this week. And so Tiff, you could go to that leaderboard. We'll look at that first, and then we'll get into this stuff about service and how do you do it? How does it look for our agents? So I am looking for the leaderboards to put up. While she's looking to pull that up, while Tia's looking to pull that up, we are going to talk about service. There's 4 different categories of service that we're going to go into. Now, I got a question. Maybe this is showing up and I don't see it. Now, here we go. Here she goes to it. Here we go. Nice picture there, Tia. I'm not sure if that's what you're showing is what people are seeing. All right, I think you're close.
Can you see the leaderboard now?
I see the personal direct recruiting board, but I don't see the one for the week.
You want this one.
There we go. Thank you, buddy. All right, here we go. So let me show you all this. Megan Wood submitted 22 apps for $21,000. Megan Wood would want me to screen that she submitted a lot more than this because anytime you do e-apps, guaranteed issue, there's several products that do not show up. And that's the same thing for Marvin and Julia Osuna, Julissa Osuna. No, that's Otsoy. Julia, because Julissa is Otsoy. And same thing for Billy Crane. He would want me to tell you that it's a lot more than that. As a matter of fact, we might consider just going to issue paid until we can get our submit numbers. But we do so much virtual now or email or through e-apps, we don't get that feed as quickly. So let's scroll down to the issue paid because we know we've got all of it right there. Big week. Mia Fennell, and she is on this call. I'm not sure if y'all apps this past week for $22,000. Woohoo! Number one in the country with issue paid. Jeremy Patton knocked out 8 apps, issue paid for 17 grand. This is in a week, people. In a week, smoking. Megan Wood knocked out 16,929 apps, issue paid. Woohoo! Mark Hutchinson, 15,000, 9 apps in a week. Way to go, Mark Hutchinson. Mike and Michelle Alleman. Scroll down further down for me, if you will. Mike and Michelle Alleman knocked out 9,400 with 10 apps. 9,700 with 7 apps. My bad. That's Jeff Turner. Knocked out 9,400 with 10 apps. Tanya Shakori, part of Paul Roberts' group, she knocked out 9 issue paid apps for 9,000. Emma, I know it. She told me Emma Dobie. I'm pretty sure that's dang close. Elena Doby knocked out 8,700, part of Diane Lampy's team for 6 apps. Stephanie Rodriguez. Woohoo, Stephanie. 8,600, 5 apps issued. Mimi Rodriguez. No. Yeah. Mimi Romero. That is number 10. Mimi Romero. Mimi, you can change the way that name shows up. If one of my staff, if y'all shoot her a note, show her how to change her name so that Mimi shows up. And also, we could do the same thing for Mia Fennell so that it shows up as just straight up Mia Fennell. Mimi Romero knocked out 8,600, 11 apps. Brandon and Ashley Beal, woohoo, 15 apps, brother. You are smoking, man, 15 apps. Getting those base hits, getting those singles. And you watch what'll happen. Brandon and Ashley, they'll start knocking out 15 apps, and then all of a sudden their premium will be 100,000 because he does big IULs in addition to hitting all these base hits and doubles and triples. Good job. Justin and Sydney Bailey, same thing, 11 apps, 8,300, and you'll see them pop up with a big IUL issue. Let's go down to the annuity producers that are issued. 142,000 junior got paid on $142,000 annuity. Norman Gordon got issue paid $195,000. Mark Hutchinson $197,000. Doug Becker knocked out a $200,000 issue paid. Way to go, Doug. And Tad Peterson had $228,000 annuity issue. Let's go down to top 3 foresters. Number 1 was Charlene Preston with 6,400, 7 apps. This is all with foresters. Mark Hutchinson, 5,400, 4 apps for foresters. And Doug Becker knocked out 4,800, 3 apps. Way to go, Doug. Doug back out in the field, kicking butt, taking name. Top recruiters, scroll me down. Jane Bazan. This girl is starting to smoke. Down part of Olga and Jason Mathis. Joseph 2, Jeremy Patton's guy, got 5 recruits. Paul Roberts put in 4. Way to go, Tori. Adelia Reyes put in 3. Evan Patzer put in 3, part of Ed Solo's team. Cody Perkins, our staff. Way to go, ABTF. My staff guy put in 3. Lucero Diaz. Woohoo. Way to go, Lucero, put in 3. Kyle and Charlene Cater. Carl put in 3 this week. Way to go, Kyle. Angela Manzo put in 2. And Duwana Jones Biddings knocked out 2 direct recruits. Way to go, Duwana. All right. Okay, let's go to those other leaderboards now. See the ones that you pulled up before. You had them. All right, here we go. This is a contest that's over with. This money is being paid this week. If it hadn't already been put in the ARC, Andy Riddle had $10,000 deposited for recruiting. Jason and Tony, $5,000. Kyle and Charlene Cater, $2,500. Paul Roberts, $1,000. Olga and Jason, $1,000. Mike and Noel, $1,000. Will Dancy got $1,000. Way to go, Will, part of my staff in Burlington. Alex Abian got $1,000. Kyle and Janina Wilson got $1,000. Brandon and Ashley Beal got $1,000. Diane Lampy, Jake and Belle Krause. Will Paris, Joseph 2, Angela Manzo, Lucero Diaz, staff. Way to go, Cody, $1,000. Way to go. And Jane Bazan got $1,000. Woohoo, Jane, coming on strong. That's money in the bank. Stephen and Holly Davies got $1,000. Jeremy Poughton, $1,000. Justin Bailick, Sydney Bailick, $1,000. Nick and Viviana Sabiano, $1,000. John and Carolyn, let me get that one. John and Carolyn, what number was that? I want to get their name right because they got money. Number 23, John and Carolyn Davis. That's what I thought it was. John and Carolyn Davis, $1,000. Kelly Haney, $1,000. Mike and Michelle Alleman, $1,000. Down to the $500 ones. John Thorman, focused on recruiting, gets $500. Fitzgerald gets $500. Adelia Reyes, Terry and Tia Edwards. Dana Montalvo, Megan Wood, Mike and Carrie Williams get $500. Adam and Beth Kess, $500. Louis Abadi, $500. Chris and Courtney Long, Jerry and Cassie Burbage, and Janice Spoon get a $500. Scroll down. I can't see. Maybe you guys can see it. Scroll down a little bit further. Janice Spoon, 37. Janice Spoon. Julie Busby gets 500. Reyes gets 500. Evan Patzer gets 500. Stephen Handy, staff. He's in the AMP media. Still gets $500. Way to go, Stephen Handy. Eric Bobby Belair get $500. George and Wendy Lego Gaines get $500. Kimberly Snelly Young, $500. Joe Dukes, $500. Noel Wilson, $500. Ed Soto, $500. Brandon Manley, $500. Blake Krazan, $500. And Brian Beasley, $500. Am I missing? Is there a bunch more? Yep, that's where yellow sticker goes to Mike Hartley. Mike, you got the yellow stickies. Congratulations. Okay, a lot of narrow misses on that. Let's go down to the next contest because this is underway. This is called a Fanatics bonus. You pay $30,000 and you get $1,000. So we're the 17th of the month, July 22nd. So 9 more days they have to get over 30,000. You get a $1,000 bonus. Over 500,000 on annuities, you get a $1,000 bonus. So Jonathan and Megan Yankee, you're this close. If you can get another 100,000 annuity, boom, you get another $1,000 bonus. So it is Mark Hutchinson, Megan Wood, and Mia Fennell who's on this call. Jonathan and Megan Yankee is close. Brandon and Ashley Beal, and Annette Hare is close. Jeremy Patton's close. Okay, Fanatics mode bonus. All right, let's move to the next HMA. I want to tell you all about this. This is a health matching account, and they're giving away $1,000 every month. Everybody that owns an HMA product and sells an HMA product, your name goes into the lottery. So if you sell one, you need to own one. So if you sell 2 or 3, your name goes into the lottery more often, and you get $200 for everybody they draw out. They're going to draw out 5. It's just the idea of getting more and more lottery tickets. Also, coming very, very, very soon, I think it's in August, they're going to have pet health matching accounts. So you want to get familiar with this product with the HMA so that when the pet comes out for all animals, doggies and cats, people are going to go crazy over this one. It's an easy way to get in the house. It should be an automatic sale with every single pet owner. It should be automatic. There's no pet health insurance like this on the market. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for kicking butt on the HMA. Thailand, new winner, Kyle and Janina have now won a trip to Chiang Mai, extension trip. Good job. Congratulations. Let's go down to the new winners in the other, in the everybody contest. I don't know if we have the everybody contest on there. Oh, okay. I guess that would be the everybody contest. Scroll back down. So the Chiang Mai is in blue, Phuket is in yellow. So I'm not. All those people have won. Gia, you might help me interpret your report here. I guess all the way down.
Yes,
all the way down to 30.
Yeah, everyone in blue has won the extension. All these have won Phuket. Jake and Bell are new for Phuket, and Debbie, Ben, and Jeff Turner.
Debbie, Ben, Jeff Turner just won an all-expense-paid trip to Phuket. Way to go, Jeff Turner. Hard work pays off, baby. Jake and Bill Krause, woohoo, you're there now. Oh, by the way, all y'all are now going for Chiang Mai. Extension. That's going to be crazy. That's where we ride the elephant. If you don't want to ride elephants, if you don't want to, don't do it. Rolex. Let's go down to Rolex. Megan Wood's still winning that. Thank you, Tia. Megan Wood is still winning it. Mark Hutchinson is coming on strong. He has sneaked past Paul Menachino. Katrina Gustin is rapidly approaching. She has a new work ethic strategy she's going to employ. Kyle and Janina moving up. Let's see where we are down. Scroll down. Let's see who's 13 of them. Jeremy Patton is number 13. Robert Wilson has moved in. Wilson, baby, going to win another Rolex. Adam Johnson up in there. Marcus and Carla. Brant Swindell still up there, number 9. Junior Korea keeps edging up. Jonathan and Megan. Jane Hill. This is smoking. This is for Rolexes, people, in January. Minerva Profil coming on strong. Joe Dukes coming on strong. Mike and Michelle Alleman. Terry Edwards is out there. Mia Fennell. Woo! This is going to be a heated contest. Make sure that's posted separately on Band. That's going to be a great one to look at. Keep watching this Rolex contest. All right. Power of 10. These are people issuing 10,000 in 1 week. Junior Korea, Boom Yao. And Blake Krazan, Boom Yao. And then we got the recruits leaderboard. All right. Let's go to the slides, Tia. As a matter of fact, if you wanna go off of it for a minute and I can chat, and then we can come into it. There's Mia. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Andy. I'm doing great.
How you doing?
Huh?
How you doing?
I'm doing really, really good. I'm living my best life.
Did you hammer the basics just now in that house?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got referrals.
You got referrals. You did all the basics. Did all the basics.
Oh yeah. And I'm going to recruit her daughter too. She's in the process of getting her insurance license with Americo. So I'm going to bring her over to the Alliance. Yeah,
she is.
Mm-hmm.
So she filled out a lead card, or
yeah, she filled out a lead.
Good stuff. Hey, congratulations! You're number 1 in the country with 22,000. What are you shooting for in July? What are you tracking for? What do you want to get accomplished?
I was tracking for 40, but I'm going to hit 40, no problem. So I'm shooting for 50 to end at 50,000.
Does that get you a promotion on the pack, super pack, or is it the first month and you do it again next month?
It's the first month that I'll hit 50 grand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you would clearly go for 60.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for it in August. Yeah.
How's the bank account coming? Is it moving up?
Yes. It's so funny. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm just like, the feeling of not having to worry about money. Like last year, I remember being just, I was so broke. It was just ridiculous. Even earlier, in January, I had a lot of stuff going on, and I had to ask my parents for $1,500. And now to look at my account, and I mean, it's ridiculous. I am so grateful because not only do I have money there, but I have staff now. I'm about to bring on another staff person. I'm excited about that. I increased my lead investment to $1,200 a week. Like, and just investing, and it's not a big deal because the money is it continues to come in. And, I think I had my biggest, day on Monday that I've made in one single check, but I'd never stopped working. Like I still went out the same day and I booked 18 appointments, and I'll be booking again.
You're only $7,000 in premium away from getting a Rolex too.
I know.
Man,
that's crazy.
It's like that much. It's fighting for every inch. Hey, can you relate? There's people on here listening that haven't heard it. You can kind of relate what I was talking to you about your friends, a lot of your current friends, and I know you're kind of moving up in the world as far as relationships, but how they know stuff that you don't know, and they kind of try to make you feel bad that you don't know.
Yes.
You know about this, and they don't know about this, but this is not popular. What they want to, can you kind of talk to people about that power that tries to pull you down to know more about stupid stuff?
Yeah, I had somebody had came over to my office a couple of days ago, and the comment was, "Hey, did you hear about what happened with Will Smith and his wife?" And I'm sitting here like I'm on my computer, I'm typing, I'm handling stuff for clients, I'm looking at my team, you know, I'm looking at the arc, and you asked me a question about Will Smith, and I work in the morning. I start my day. My first phone call is made at 8:30. I usually don't finish until 9:30. And for you to break into my day and talk to me about Will Smith, I can't let that person come back to my office. You know, for me right now where I'm at, I want to be around people who have bigger things to worry about. My goal, I need to make millions of dollars, not for Mia, not for my bank account. I don't, necessarily need $1 million, but I know that I need to be an example. And I can't have people who are going to distract me from being an example to other people that want more in life. So yeah, I mean, I changed my friends. I have really close friends that I don't talk to every day. I talk to them. They know if I don't talk to them, every week, that's okay, because at the end of the day, we're really good friends. My sister, I can't talk to her every day. She knows that I can't talk to her every day. She's an employee, and she thinks about employee type stuff. So she knows to talk to me on weekends after 3:00 on Saturday. I talk to my parents on the weekends. And that's just how I have to work in order to keep my mind clear. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you, ain't nobody asking Will Smith. He's trying to do his thing. Hey, Will, what do you think about the alliance? They're moving up, breaking millionaires. He's like, what do I do? Oh.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
But they don't mean you harm. Mm-hmm. But they want you to feel embarrassed that you don't know what happened to Will Smith and his ex-wife, girlfriend, son, daughter, dog. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care Will Smith. They take that in a pursuit of happiness. I'm in my own pursuit of happiness right now, buddy.
Right. Yeah.
But it helps everybody to understand. You show me 5 people making $1 million. You hang around those 5 people, 18 months, 24 months, I'll show you 6 people making $1 million. You show me 5 people that smoke cigarettes, you hang around them 18 months, 24 months, or sooner, I'll show you 6 people that smoke cigarettes. And I ain't against smoking cigarettes. I'm just telling you, you pick a subject, you hang around those people, and you will become what those people are.
Yeah.
So today's talk is about service, and I've got servers on here. I see Jeff Turner's on here. Jeff, can you turn on your video? There he is. What's up, brother? You killed something too. I don't know what your numbers were. Let's see what I had you down for. Your numbers. Jeff Turner was number 6 in the country, 10 outs for 9,400. How's your bank account looking? Is this starting to go up?
It's beautiful. It is beautiful. I love it. I'm just sneaking up there and cranking away, Andy.
I get sort of hooked on money. Can you see that happening?
I think once you start making it, you can get hooked on it. I see how that's happening.
Yeah, that's the idea, is to get people. Now, to be clear, when you start giving it away, you'll be hooked on giving it away. You give it to a car dealer, you give it to a gun dealer, you give it to a house dealer. They call them real estate agents. You give it to a shirt dealer. Call them retail. Get you a shirt. Get you some cufflinks. Get you a Rolex. Everything. You get hooked on helping people. Once you give it to your church, get hooked on giving money to GOAT. Get hooked on giving it to some pet rescue mission. And then when somebody calls you, got some money, you can give it to them. Make sense?
It does. The only thing I won't have to spend it on is that Rolex, Andy, because I'm going to get one from your contest here, baby.
You on that, man?
Oh, yeah. I'll be coming up there. Don't count me out.
It's a fight, man. It's a dog fight till the end of the year. This is a year-long marathon, baby. You got to just keep pumping them in every daggum day.
Oh, you'll see it pumping in, Andy.
What are you shooting for this month, Jeff? You looking for a super PAC bonus increase in comp?
Yeah, so I'm actually shooting for 70,000 this month. I want to be the first one to hit 70,000 2 months in a row. And I know we got people cranking away, but maybe I want to hit it. And then my goal is going to be 100,000 every single month consistently. And I've already got 48 appointments right now. So we're going to make it happen, Andy. It's coming. I've already been putting up the numbers, so it's coming.
You show me 5 people knocking out 100,000 a month, and you hang around them, I'll show you 6 people knocking out Oh, bro, you give me cold chills, brother. That's powerful right there. Because, you know, people knocking out 10 grand, they're not going to motivate you. They're not going to incentivize you. They're not going to peer pressure you into $100,000 a month. They're going to say, hey, man, there's a good movie you need to watch. There's a good series. You need to binge on this series, man. They're going to sell you on a way to distract you. They don't mean you no harm. They ain't trying to hurt you. Matter of fact, they tell you deserve some breaks. Let me tell you what, bro.
I love how Mia said it. I don't even know who Will Smith is.
I think we had him come to one of our conventions.
Oh, cool. I get to know him.
And Otsoy, it's just popped up as one of the leaders in the country, man. What the heck are you doing, brother? You putting them IULs in, ain't you?
Hi, Andy. Consistency is just consistency and desire to do it. I'm just trying to do the best and following the leaders and get inspiration from, you know, all of you. And I'm just there, disciplined, and go for it.
Actually, is your family seeing a little more ching-chang, little Benjamins, little money, little green stuff?
Yes. Yeah, thanks God. It's wonderful. You know, you can see the smile on my face.
Has your preacher noticed a little bit of extra coming up in there?
That's right.
You gotta remember it, boys. You prayed. Now your money's coming in. You better slide some over there, preacher.
It is so amazing how we blessed here at the office, at the house, everybody, because if you give a little bit of service to the people, everything else is coming after. Because service, for me, service is the clue. And I'm blessed because the office is a point of service, how to guide people, how to educate people, and everything will come over. So I'm very blessed, and thank you for the opportunity for being here at the Alliance.
Hey, Mark Hutch, get this. Osuna, who hired Otsoy, his son Isaiah's coming on strong, turned in about 6 apps. But that's good stuff. I sent him a note. Hutch, what you gonna be influenced by these peer pressure people, competition, trying to move up to the next level? Are you in?
It is, man. I've been picking them off one by one, and Megan's a little further down the trail than the others was, but I'm on her trail, man. It's like Sergeant York said with a row of turkeys. You get them from the end and work your way to the front. That's what I'm doing. Got one turkey in front of me. I'm coming after her.
9 apps for 15,700 issued, baby. I'm not talking submitted. Issued 15,700 this week, baby. Whoa, crazy numbers, man. Congratulations. So I'm going to get comments from you guys. I'm talking about service. So be thinking, how does it apply to you? How is it hitting you in the face? How it could work for agents that you're hiring, how you could serve them. All right, Tia, so if you would go to the slides, we'll jump right in this. The first slide kind of got me because, so behaviors, these are 4 things that it looks like if you're doing service inside of our organization. It's one of our core beliefs is service. So slide 2, Jeff Bright went into the BIBLE. Your attitude must be like my own. For I, the Messiah, did not come to serve, but to serve and to give my life. Jeff Wright done lost his mind right here. He going straight to the Jesus quote. I didn't come to be served. I came to serve. Our staff, our agents, our people are here to serve, not be served. All right, here we go. Moral, being of service to something, a person, a group, a community, a cause, a belief, means that you have to engage without expectations. I'm going to hit on this a little bit. I've got quite a few things to say about this. The selfless act is marked by a remarkable degree of maturity. Okay, so here we go. Mia goes into the house with a total 0 expectations, extreme maturity. When you hear Megan Wood go into the house, She goes in with extreme maturity, means no expectations, but a total open mind to what is their budget. How can I serve them? How can I coach them? She doesn't expect them to have money. It's just a serving heart, helping them find money. What I would say to Mark Hutchinson and Mia and Otsoy on this call and Jeff on this call, I want to serve you. I want to give you something today that matters. One of the things I would like y'all to think about is let's absolutely go after broke lives. If we could go find people that are broken in their life, they're broken, they need to be served. Broke lives, broke people, broke families, broke young men, broke young ladies. They need to be served. We would like to take broke lives and get them unbroken. You with me? I would like to see broke people have money in their account. Serve. If we execute my service talk today, there will be more unbroke people. There will be more broke people converted to people with money in the checking account. I would say let's have a war on poverty. Let's go after broke people. Let's go after broke lives, and let's attack it with a ferocity. So if you look at this, being of service to something, a person, a group, a community, a cause, or a belief. What if I declared war on poverty? Could we hit the streets? Could we buy the leads? And let me explain something to you. It's very difficult to serve a person that don't want to be served. So leads, point them out as want to be served. Let's go without expectations. We called a guy this week. Listen to this. Don't any of y'all hang up. Don't none of you get mad. Checking to see if the people were going there to confirm appointments. And I was like, what? Also had one checking to see if they have money before he went over there. I was like, bro, you got to serve without expectations. You got to go. Same thing with an agent. The guy was recruiting an agent and said he don't have any money to buy get involved and get his license. I was like, well, did you talk to him about his mother and his dad and his friends? No, he didn't have the money. Serve him. The way you serve is you ask questions and you try to help with no expectations. So if you said, how about your daddy? Would he help? See, you don't see an expectation on me there. I'm just serving him, occurring to him. I'm occurring to him, occur to him to check with his mom and daddy. I've had people go, oh, I hadn't thought about that. I go, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. When you look at a person's budget and you show them how much they pay for a house, you're serving people by being their budgeted person. Now, I had a guy say, so do you ask them what their budget? No. You ask them how much is their house payment, how much is their car payment, and you figure out their budget. You serve them with no expectation. You might do, I had another guy say this. He said, Andy, my concern a lot of times is I spend so much time with them and I wonder if they're even going to do anything. He said, but I look at my results and some don't ever do anything, but some do. Therefore, I keep serving without expectation, but knowing that statistically I'm going to make the money if I will continue to serve without expectation, meaning you go and you give. You go and you give. The world, you could say God, you could say the universe, you could say Mother Nature. People that serve will get rich and they will have power and they will have the ability to help other people. High expectations, serving them. How about this one? What if I told you this? If we could get every person in America making $100,000, solve 99% of the problem. Psychologists, sociologists, preachers agree the number one problem in America is poverty. Number two, education. If we could crush poverty. If we could help broke people, I promise you, people with money don't bitch, moan, and complain, whine, destroy, and tear down. What you'll find is rich people are typically people that created a business and they've created money. They're some of the nicest people you've ever met in your life. It's less problems when they have money. So we would say, go after somebody that's broke. Go after a broke life and help them change by serving like crazy, and not think about what you get. Okay, so the whole thing I'm talking to is there are 4 different behaviors. When you execute these, it is a war on poverty that you're creating. Okay, let's go to the 4 things, the 4 steps. Here they are. Clarity and listening, that's serving. Great attitude, vested, that's serving. Intentional follow through, do what you're supposed to do. Personal dedication, set the example. Be a Samaritan and full of grace. Full of grace meaning we don't judge. Just because this person's taller than us, we'll still work with them. They're shorter than us, we'll still work with them. They're fatter than us, they're darker than us, lighter than us, smarter than us, come from higher upbringing than us. We're going to grace. Good Samaritan. I'll talk more about that. Okay, so here we go. Communication, enthusiasm, commitment, dedication, and mercy to everybody. There's the 4 things. You do these things, you do it enough to enough people, smoking rich, smoking powerful, smoking happy. Let's move on to the first one, which is communication. Next slide. All right, check me. Check me right here, Hutch. A word to the wise is not sufficient if it don't make sense. I'm going to want you to come in here for a minute, Hutch, on this. A word to the wise. It's the place or responsibility of knowledge to speak with clarity, and it's a privilege or a right of wisdom to listen. You have a right. The guy was telling me the other day, he said, I got a right not to write for that company. I was like, you got a right, don't write for them. You also have a right to listen. You have a right to learn. You have a right to get educated. You have a right to get the information. If you demand your right, we will demand you get your education. Okay. I want to say this to Hutch and Mia and Jeff. And Jeff, you communicated it real clear. I'm interested when I'm communicating. I'm interested in how people feel. I want to know how you 4 feel after this. Did I get all of them on here? Jeff, Mia, Otsoy, and Hutch. I don't think I got anybody else on here. We might have to add one on here when we come back. I want to remember how they feel. Let's see if I can get them up here. I don't know if I can view it. Is there anything, Tia, that I can do to see those 4 faces, or are they all up for everybody else and just not me? That's fine.
I can see you and 3 others.
Okay.
Or I can stop share and then you can see everybody.
No, that's okay. I think I figured it out right here. Hold on a second. Here we go. I'm good. Thank you. You helped me. All right, so I got everybody. All right, listen to me. My concern to y'all 4 is when I walk away, is how do you feel and how does the audience feel? More so than the words that I use. So I'm always thinking, if I can get people to feel in the direction I want. Most people speak in clear message because they're more interested in what they say than how people feel. I'm more interested, I try to be more interested in how you feel. That's what I'm thinking is, how are these people going to feel? Have I offended people? Have I got people off their ass? Have I got people to think about the situation? Think about what I'm saying. Right to listen. Speak with clarity, responsibly. So, all right. Hutch, does this make some sense to you, brother?
A lot of sense. A lot of sense.
I call chess thinking about how people feel, and I call it checkers when you're thinking about what you actually said. So I could say, what? Or I could go, what? What? You see what I'm saying? Or I could go, what? So if I want you to think I'm concerned about what you're saying, I go, what? Tell me what you said. Or I could say to you, could you tell me clearer what your concern is? Or I could go, what's your concern? So I go, what? You with me?
Yep.
Or if I want you to think that's the most idiotic thing I've ever said, what? But what if if I want you to make it feel like I think you're an idiot. You see what I'm saying? Like, But do you think about it before it comes out to your agents?
I don't as much as I should.
Me either, but I'm gonna try. Watch these two things, and I'm gonna come back to you. Go to the next slide. These two things are pretty clear. Okay, clarity, visibility, and approachability. Your downline seek reliable service that's consistently available and pleasantly inviting. Second thing, so clarity with people. Listening, being responsive and helpful. Uplines who discover listening will find they're more able to build depth and width and ultimately thrive more when they communicate quickly and effectively. So let me try to break it down a little bit for you. Visibility, meaning you're available. Showing up at meetings, here you're on Zoom, you're visible. Managers sending out emails, sending out texts, that means they're visible, which means they're available. Not communicating, not being in their face, not being on Zoom calls, not being at meetings, not sending out leaderboards. That's the opposite of visibility. Approachable, meaning they're inviting a phone call. Putting off, meaning talk to my secretary, wait till tomorrow, next week, get on my calendar. That means not approachable and not inviting. Okay. Listening, responsive, quick to respond. Helpful. Helpful is a tricky one. If you've been talking to a person for a year and they've been writing $4,000 a month and you're trying to get them to $20,000, you're not being effective. Your communication is not working. It's not helping. Therefore, it needs to be changed. You should be talking to somebody and say, how can I affect this person? I will tell you many times, I will say you need to get a better one. You're barking up the wrong tree. You're trying to bust your head through a wall. Okay. Hutch.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me, just your thoughts on approachable, inviting, available. Which one of those hits you as like, maybe I could do this? Is there any tips with clients? I think about being available and visible. I think about being responsive. Which one of these hits you like? Not that you're already killing it, but you go, man, I could really improve in this area.
No, I mean you got a lot of good stuff there in regards to the availability. I think I've gotten very effective at helping clients understand that and let them know. And it's when it comes to growing a business, building an organization. I know me personally, I've got to be more available and approachable with downline agents. I think it's easy if I'm not careful to just kind of put it on cruise and be like, okay, well, they're dialing, they're doing what they're supposed to. But if I'm not staying in constant touch with them and just letting them know, without beating them over the head, hey, I'm here, let me know how I can help. But being more intentional in the questions that I'm asking them to provide that clarity instead of just, hey, reach out if you need me kind of deal. So this is very helpful in regards to that.
I'm going to tell you what, one of the worst lines an upline can use is let me know if I can help you. Now, if I'm talking to you 3 times a week and I go, hey, let me know if I can help you, that's different than if I say, I ask him first of the month, if you need any help, let me know. I hadn't heard from him. It's been 3 weeks, so I just assume you don't need any help. That's not a good plan.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A lot of sense.
Clients. Let me know if you can help you. Bye. That is not the approach to Gear 8 Premium. So how do you do it? Do you call back clients? Do you send postcards, letters, emails, texts? What are some of your hows on being available and in the faces of your clients? How?
So I think it starts in the home, obviously, when you're there with them and just letting them know, hey, listen, from this point forward, I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. That includes constant communication, letting them know that, hey, I will be in touch, letting you know that the carrier's got your application. Once they know that, or once I know it's been approved, I'm going to let you know, hey, you're good to go. Everything's in place, reminding them of when they said they wanted that first payment coming out. I also let them know, I say, hey, listen, I'm just kind of like the initial screener here. I don't get to make the final decision. So if for whatever reason they find something that is a concern to them and they don't approve you for this particular product, don't worry. We've got a bunch of other options. I will make sure you're taken care of, even if it means having to come back with something else. But this, from what you're telling me about your health, this looks like this is going to be our best bet at this point. So just letting them know.
Following them with all this, are you touching base? Do you have a systematic way? Do you call every week? What is your pattern? I hear what you're telling them, but what my question is, to clarify, what's the pattern that you're using?
So when I leave the home after having explained that to them, I let them know, hey, the application's into the carrier. They're looking at it. We should know something within a couple days, a few business days. As soon as I hear from them, I'll be in touch with you. I call them back once I know, hey, they've been approved, reminding them when that
Hey, let me ask you this. Does that mean you wait until they get approved to ever call them? Would you ever go see them before they're approved?
If the situation calls for it, yeah. Yeah, like
it's calling.
Yes, absolutely.
You hear me? It's calling.
Yes, go back and see them.
Yeah, you understand why I'm asking you this?
Yes.
Because that's what Megan Wood's doing. She's going back before they ever get issued, because sometimes it takes 3 weeks. I think she's killing you. You'll make sure I want you. Let me tell you this. She's getting premium in the door quicker.
Right.
You killed it this week, but you follow what I'm saying? I don't want your clients to be at mercy for the insurance companies to get the grace of Mark Hutchinson's presence.
Right.
Does that make sense?
A lot of sense.
Like I'm okay. So you go back to them. So that's it. Are you thinking about their? I'm kind of like asking rhetorical, but I'll ask you their parents, how their parents died, if they've ever had cancer. Are you thinking about them? Are you serving them by thinking about their parents and how their parents died, whether it was cancer, stroke, heart attack, accident, car wrecks? Are you getting into that? Are you serving them in that manner?
Yes, and obviously after hearing, some of the trainings that Megan and others have been doing, I'm realizing, hey, with the resources that we have available, this isn't just a one and done, got them their life insurance, they're good to go. There's so many reasons to be having those touch points with them and getting back in front of them as quick as possible, because we have an exhaustive list of resources to help them out besides just the basic life insurance need that they originally sent in about. And I know that as I continue to do that, as a team, as we continue to do that, the numbers are just going to soar through the roof everywhere across the board.
All right. My big thing is clarity and listening. If you can see, Otsoy, how I was clarifying and listening to Mark, I can't scream at Mark, but you see, it's this clarity of when do you go back? Do you think about this? It's almost a simpleton type of questioning. But then again, if this is my agent, this is what I got to present to. Hutch, we're on the same page of this, bro. You feel good about it?
Very much so. Yes, sir.
You umpired big time, like Division II, did some Division I games, or Is it umpire or referee?
Referee.
You referee.
College basketball.
So you see how, like, this is the same tips, the same detail that a ACC referee should share with you, going like, well, this matters, that matters, right?
Very much so, yes, sir.
Is trying to get to that next level. To be clear, brother, you are the echelon of the alliance. But who you think I would rather improve? I'd love to get a 3 to a 5 or a 8.5 to a 9.3.
That one, 8.5 to 9.3.
Yeah, that's huge, dude. If there's anything that I would say I could, if I look back, I wish I had only worked, I wish I would have worked more with the 8s and the 7.9s and the 8.3s. But anyway, hey, man, congratulations. Thank you for your input. Let's move on to enthusiasm, which would be the next slide. Okay. All right. With great enthusiasm, the success of a project, this is crazy right here, Jeff. The success of a project, 70,000, is best predicted by the enthusiasm of the participant. How about that? So it's your job to make enthusiasm contagious. We're trying to double the size of the company. It's best predicted by the enthusiasm of the participant. That would be me and you. Our enthusiasm is the best predictor of success. The moral: a positive attitude makes everything in our business easier. An optimistic outlook will boost your team to stay on track, and it will supercharge them to keep moving forward down that track. Servicing your team with enthusiasm is a small price to pay for results. All you got to do is manufacture excitement, give it to them, it helps your success. It's like if I was going to invest in hey, Andy, how could I invest in my team? How could I invest? I've got $100 I would like to invest. How about some enthusiasm? How about some excitement? It's crazy to read that this is the best investment for your team is your excitement, Atsoy. Yay! Crazy talk. I think I'm going to do Atsoy on this one. All right, let's go to the next, the two different activities of being upbeat, excited, and have enthusiasm. All right, here we go. Upbeat attitude, being excited about what you control and not sweating the rest. Crazy excited about this, Atsoy. We can't do nothing about this while we're even talking about it. That's what people distract you. Let's talk about Will Smith and his wife, ex-wife, girlfriend, his dog. I can't do nothing about that. Why are you so excited about Will Smith's predicament? We got enthusiasm up here for what we do. What is wrong with these people? We could change our life up here. We can't change it down there. What is wrong with these people? I guess they don't want to work up here because it requires more work. They could be excited about this, and they know there's nothing they can do. Therefore, there's no work involved. The words that come out of your mouthy are not just a reflection of what's in your brain. They're programming your brain. Tim Goad said at our family reunion, he said, go to work and let the work on you. How about this? When words come out of your mouth, they're programming for your brain how to think. So talk while you program. Program while you talk. Speaking it, talking the junk. Therefore, if you want to have a positive attitude, your vocabulary must be consistently positive. Refrain from negative phrases. I can't. Start saying I can. Okay, here we go. Excited about things we can control. Excited about what we can control. Don't give a crap. No sweat about what we don't. I ain't interested in that. I don't know. I don't engage in it. I can't control that. I don't know. I'm going to engage with fervor. I'm going to engage with enthusiasm of what I can change. And I can change my premium more than I can get you to change my premium. So my premium, what I'm working on, you guys are doing it. That's why I got you on here. I want to see what people look like that are engaged in stuff they can change. You guys, I'm proud of y'all. Vested interest, becoming devoted to the pursuit of another's goal with fever, as if it's your own. when I think about this, two different methods, Hutch, and I'm gonna come back to you, Otsoy. I'm trying to help that family. I have to act like they're my child. If you're my child and you're my sales guy, I got to treat you like it's my life. So if you're not going back quick enough to the client, if you're not moving accidental, if you're not moving HMAs, if you're not moving hospital indemnities, I am vested. Like I'm listening to you like, that's my life. I'm in his life. I got to do something about it. Devoted to the pursuit. The pursuit is the chase. Nobody gonna let me not chase. A fibber, a excitement, like it's you own it, like it's your child. Like, for example, if somebody messes one of your kids, Hutch or Otsoy. How many children you got, Otsoy? None? 4? Turn your hands up. 4? 3. If somebody attacks your kid, you go at them like you're trying to kill them, because you really are. If somebody messes Hutch, I want you to go after him like you're trying to kill him. Who say, you really want me to be that vested? It's called service. If somebody attacks Mia, I'm coming after them with a deadgum 45 caliber man stopper. Albright, you are crazy. I'm vested in Mia's life. I'm going to mess them up. Terry Edwards messed them up too. They got me and Terry coming out. They don't know which way to go. All right. If you look at something with a personal stake, it'll cause your passion level to increase. So, excited about things we can do. That's huge. Don't give a crap about stuff that we can't do nothing about. And then vested in the chase, and then treating it like our own. Talk to me, Otsoy. You have made changes in your life in the last 6 months. I see it, brother. And I believe you've been here with us a couple of years. But the last 6 months, it's like the spirit of service has come over you.
Exactly. When I came back, as I told you the other day, from Guatemala, so I was devastated, I was broke, and I just needed just a partner like the Alliance and commit myself to do it with enthusiasm. I never just quit and saying can't do it. Thanks God, my good friend Marvin Osuna is always next to me, is just encouraging me, is trying to engage me in the alliance, in the alliance life. And I was doing my part. So after I met you at the NatCon back in January, so I commit myself, okay, I'm going to do this, and doing with attitude, with a smile, as you said, with enthusiasm, because there are things that I can change by myself. Nobody can change my attitude, my enthusiasm. So I decided I need to be contagious. I need to pass the word and spread the word to the people around me. And I just trying to see every person that I see on a daily basis talk about the alliance, talk about the different products, talk about a medical, about IOLs, mortgage protection, funeral. It's just up to me if I say something. Nobody's going to ask me to life insurance or any other product if I do not present this first on the plate to say I have a bunch of services that is going to be good for you. And this thing is, I'm just a person who is using the product, so I know how the IOL is working. So I know how to withdraw money. I know how to loan money. I know how to tell the people that is good. Having an index attached to interest is something great. So my life has been changing for good. And as always, my mind is just working, and trying to engage people in my family, in my neighborhood, and at some point in my born country, in Guatemala, because I'm thinking in, all the possibilities that we as a family can do it. And it doesn't matter if I'm being in the business for few months, for years, every day is different. Every day is a newborn. Every day is a new opportunity to meet new people, to ask for referrals. And I'm just doing it and believe. If nobody is just believing in this, just ask me, because it's like my own testimony that is speaking by itself. I'm not talking about other people. It's what is changing in my life, in my family, so with my heart. So I'm just looking for just keep going, and the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. So I'm just doing it consistently, and trying to get more people on board. So I'm glad to be part of the family, Andy, and my enthusiasm is always on top every day, no matter what, every day. Big days, better days, no good days, but every day is a new challenge in my life. Thank you.
Soy has started speaking it. Somebody kind of criticized me the other day because I said, he's talking the junk. And they go, yeah, but he's not walking it. I was like, whoa. This is the way it starts. You talk it. I need the junk talking. Like, I love Jeff Turner saying I'm going to do 70,000. I love Otsoy saying the sky's the limit. You speak it. It goes in your ear, goes in your brain. It's how you start to think. And as a man thinketh, that's how a man is. But your thinking without talking is not the same. When you talk it and it goes into your ear, into your brain, it changes the way you think. Just sitting there thinking I'm going to do it is not the same thing as speaking to your brain and changing the way you think. This is what this is talking about, and it's real. I've lived it. I believe it. I've seen it with Mia. I've seen it with Terry Edwards. I've seen it with Stephen Davies. I've seen it with Chris Long. You control, and you control your billfold. This starts jacking up. You start speaking negativity. You start being stupid. You start tearing people down, the system down, anything. You start tearing down, it changes what you think. You start tearing down with your tongue. It changes what you think, and then it changes what you do, and you get what you were speaking, brother. I've seen it. And I don't care who, this is the way it works. You speak it, you get it. Enthusiasm, excitement goes into the head, and then it translates into other people's energy, and then there's more energy going into your group, which drives up the height and the power and the premium in your group. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is commitment. After enthusiasm and commitment. Ensure commitment. When I say I think about it, I really mean. I forget about it completely until you bring it up again. Y'all know what that means, right? No commitment. Oh, yeah, I think about it. Oh, that sounds good, Andy. I appreciate you telling me that. What you mean is you ain't going to think about it again if I don't bring it up, right? Mm-hmm. Not a commitment. That's the opposite. Sarcasm comment on commitment. Moral. How often have we guilty of telling someone we think about it only to never think about it again? Maybe we've been guilty of telling somebody, I'll pray for you, and then forget about it in the next second. If you really want to impress someone, don't fall into the trap of forgetting about it. Instead, be intentional about following through with what you said and what you're going to do. So, when I find out about stuff in people's life, I call them. I don't know what to say, but I'll say that sometimes. I say, I don't know what to say. I'm with you. I hear you. I'm listening. What do you think? Here's the trick. When you hang up, send a written note, handwritten note. When you hang up, send a text. When you hang up, send flowers, send cookies, send popsicles, send a gift, send a doggy bones if they got doggies. Think about this person and do something intentional that shows more of a commitment than just a flappity little words. So when somebody talks to you about doing 40 outs, you go, I know 40 appointments will be good. I know it will be good. Commit and do with intentionality. Okay, let's move on to the 2 ways to show commitment. And I'm going to come to you, Jeff. All right, showing commitment requires 2 things. Intentional follow through, purposely continuing to do something or think about its completion until everything possible that you can put in, 100% has went in. You're being measured. You are being measured. Your ideal prospect is measuring your actions against your words. This isn't so much a moral judgment, and your prospect isn't trying to play a game of gotcha. They're watching you. Your downline's watching you. You're setting the example. Your prospect is keeping score because your ability to keep your commitments and follow up on your word is best indication of what they expect as a future downline. So there's two things. What I always said is I own the products. I know what they're doing. His commitment, his follow through is on it. So his client or his downline is watching him so that they can do what he does. Now his agents will understand the power because he's doing it in front of them. We are currently recruiting like banshees at the home office, and we're putting them under people that we hear and we see are following through with the 40 appointments. They're doing annuities. They're doing hospital indemnity because we're looking for people with intentional follow through. Number two, personal dedication. Model your own commitment to your upline. You're modeling it to the people around you in everything in your life. Failure to honor your own commitment is an indication of the hypocrisy of your leadership abilities. It's easy to talk the talk when it comes to asking others to execute and keep their promises, but it's much more difficult to walk the walk with your personal numbers. So my question is, do you personally have the products? Are you setting the example by doing 40 appointments? So it's two different things. Follow through. I want to hit these. Okay. Purposely, 100%. Follow up is predictive. Effective follow up is predictive. In other words, if you effectively follow up with an agent after he makes phone calls, I gave him 20 leads. He bought 20 leads. Do you effectively follow up? Is it intentional? Do you check on all the four basics? How deliberate are you with a client when you find out if they've got hospital indemnity? Okay, personal dedication. The model. Are you setting the example? What's some comments, Jeff, that you would take away from this commitment, purposely going in 100%? It looks like lately you have decided to go 100% in. I don't know it to be a fact, but I see your numbers. It looks intentional.
Hey, Andy, it is. When I worked for Circle K and I was part-time with the Alliance, my schedule was Sunday through Wednesday. I worked 70 hours, and I would get off anywhere from 3 in the morning until 5 in the morning whenever we finished. So I would then go in Thursday morning, I would dial, and I would run Friday, Saturday, and I'd go back to work Sunday. I did that until I was able to come on full-time with the Alliance. With my schedule now, I run at a distance every single week, and I'm out in the field every day, Monday through Saturday. So for me, commitment is not just to myself, but it's to my team, it's to my clients. That when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I want to show my clients that I'm the example to them, not just my team. But if I don't show commitment on both sides, then I'm failing on one side or the other. And I'm not perfect at that. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I still make a lot of mistakes. But I'm committed to getting better every single day that I'm working.
Are you committed to get better in the how-to with all the products?
Absolutely. I think that I'm doing you a disservice. I'm doing the company a disservice if I don't do more than one application in that home. If I don't help that client and find out what it is that they need. Did cancer run in their family? Did heart attack? Does accidents? What happened to them? Listening effectively and doing more than one app in that home. Otherwise, if I just go in and I'm targeted only at life, I'm targeted only at mortgage protection, I'm doing them a disservice by not asking the question and helping them with all of the products that we can offer.
You got 10 policies issued in a week for almost $10,000 in premium, brother. You're out there seeing a lot of people. Are you doing the 40 appointments? Are you doing the book them on Monday, go Tuesday, Wednesday, or are you doing a different schedule?
So I do run over 40. This week I've got about 48. And what I'll do is I'll dial Monday. I'll run Tuesday, Wednesday. But if I have a no-show, I have a gap, Andy, I'm calling. I've got leads with me. If I'm not door knocking them, I'm calling them and trying to set for my other days. So I don't need to take a gap and just say, oh, great, I can, they no-showed me. I'm going to go sit down and eat lunch, or I'm going to go take a break. No, I need to keep working because that's my schedule. My break is when I get Sunday. That's when I get my break. But when I'm working, I'm working.
Are you talking Circle K, those gas station type places on the corner?
Yeah.
Worked at
Yeah, so I actually worked at the warehouse. I did management for them, and I basically everywhere from when the order.
You were at the home office.
Right. We managed all the warehouse side of it. Correct.
Okay. All right, because I can't see you. I mean, it's possible, but I don't see you being behind the counter fixing my slushie.
No, never have.
I mean, I've met some of those people and think, why are you here? You could do so much better. All right. Mia, think about mercy. Let's go on to this mercy one. Next slide. Mercy. No one would remember a good Samaritan if he'd only had good intentions. Woo! He done went and done something to help somebody. Of course, the Good Samaritan was a man in a story that helped an injured traveler that was beaten and left to die. Their likelihood of getting along and being friends was unlikely. Some of you may not know this story, but he was a different religion, like a different race, a different color, a different attitude, a different ball team. He was on the other team, whatever team that is. So it's not likely that they would have been friends, but yet he did the right thing. We might quote scripture and recite quotes on love and God, but unless we're willing to get involved in the lives of others, we're just blowing smoke. All right. Good intentions, meaning 3 birds are sitting on a limb. 3 birds had intentions of flying off. How many birds are sitting on a limb? 3. Good intentions does not mean do. Fly, do, move, act. Let's do the two different behaviors of a good Samaritan. This is powerful stuff right here. Next slide. Here we go. Boom me out. Be the Samaritan. As the scripture says, he has compassion, and more importantly, he acted. The correlating message here is get strong financially and stay strong financially, so we can have means to act with good intention. Jesus concludes the parable with this admonition: go and do likewise. All right, so here's the message. This joker was rich. He had a house, he had money, he had transportation, he had food, he had medical availability. So, in the story where Jesus said, go forth and do like the good Samaritan, the preliminary to the good Samaritan being a good Samaritan is he could help somebody. It wasn't telling poor people to help poor people. It was saying, get rich and help poor people get rich. Help this person recover by investing in them because you first have. First having, go have, so that you can do, is be a Samaritan. So some people think it says, well, I'm broke as hell. I need to go help people. Yeah, well, it helped if you would get out of the muck and now you got transportation so you could take him to the hospital and pay his bills. You ain't got if you have no money, you got no power, you got no ability to help him. Well, I can help him a little bit. Yeah, you can, but that's not being a good Samaritan. Good Samaritan had the means to help. Number 2, full of grace. Giving blessing towards the non-befitting. In other words, this guy wasn't his brother. He wasn't his cousin. He was different than him, but he jumped in. Grace allows us to award a voice to someone's truth that may be in conflict with ours. Life gives us an abundance of blessings too numerous to count, which should be awakened to realization that our happiness is interdependent with the happiness of others. This awakening is where sustainable service lives. Okay. Full of grace, meaning I don't care who you are, I'm a good Samaritan. You can't care who they are. You need to be a good Samaritan. Almost, if the person has way different views than you need to have more grace than a person who is exactly like you. Meaning, you don't judge, you have empathy, but you give them direction of what they can get. Your happiness is tied to others. Therefore, when I told Terry Edwards asked me, why you keep going? I said, Terry, because you ain't got yours. I am devoted to helping people that want to be helped, regardless if they're from California or New Jersey. I will say what needs to be said regardless. That's grace. And then the having the ability, I'm going to continue to be an earner so that I can help. What do you think about this grace and Good Samaritan, Mia Benel? North Carolina A&T University.
Yes. There you go, Andy. You got it right. Aggies.
Go Aggies.
There you go. I think about like at the beginning of the year, so I had made a decision to be committed to my business and really like get my numbers up and focus. And I wanted to do it. Obviously, the money is great, but I really just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. So when you talk about the first thing you said was having good intentions and being a Samaritan, the scripture that I live by, and a lot of people have probably heard me say this on the call before, but I go by Proverbs 14:23. That's on my necklace. I have it all over my house. That scripture says, all hard work brings profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. So when I found that scripture at the beginning of the year, I knew that I only had two options. My options were to work hard and be profitable in my business, or to only talk about what I want to do and be poor. There was no in between. It's black and white. It's very clear what God says. I don't care what religion you believe in, but that to me was very, very clear. So I made a decision that I wanted to be profitable so that I can give more to other people, so that I can do more, so I can, have a lifestyle that I wanted to create for myself and my family. So one big part of that was the second thing that you said was being full of grace and providing service. I had to figure out how to be more graceful, not judging when I go into a home. That was, when you said that earlier in the call, that changed for me, because I used to figure out like, what do I want this person to do already? But now I go into a house, and the more questions I ask, the more I'm getting all up in their business. I don't jump into my ATM first. The first thing I'm doing is sitting down with them, finding out about them, learning, listening. I mean, that's where my sales came from. It's just, it's caring more about people and stop. And I had to change my mindset on it. I wanted to be at the top so bad that I was willing to sacrifice relationships with my clients and with the people that I was serving by not really serving them. So when I changed that and I said, how can I figure out how to be the best servants? And I started talking to people who were great servants. I started figuring out that I have to work my tail off every day. That's when things started changing for me. And I'm just grateful that people around me have taken time to invest in their time into me, into my business, like you and Riddle and Terry and Tia and just different leaders that I talked to, because that changed everything. And now that skill that I've been able to develop of caring about people and providing good service and remembering that I have to just work hard, and that way that's going to keep me profitable. I'll never forget that for the rest of my life. My life has changed completely because of that. Completely.
Tell me, we've slid a couple people to you, right?
Yeah. Well, not yet, but I think there's talks about it.
Okay. So you've got one person that Terry mentions every once in a while, a lady that you're helping. What's her name?
Are you talking about Tanisha?
Tanisha.
Yeah.
Tanisha.
She has somebody on Terry and Tia did put somebody up under Tanisha.
Aha. Terry put somebody under her. So what's that person's name? Do you remember?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. I just talked to her yesterday.
Hey, Terry will text me right now. He's texting me like crazy.
Yeah.
So you got Tanisha, you got a lady under Tanisha.
Mm-hmm.
So you see where all this comes into play. All this comes into play. You're successful now. You can afford secretaries.
Mm-hmm.
Your secretaries can check on their pending.
Mm-hmm.
Your secretaries can coach and instruct while you're making money. You with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like having that support network for your people until they can afford it is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So you got one full-time secretary. So that's you're somebody we're wanting to place people with.
Yeah.
Terry's wanting to put people. We're wanting to put people. We want to find people that fit the Mia Fennell story.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Hey, talk to me. I got a couple of extra minutes. I want to give somebody something very valuable and free. How do you get referrals? What do you do? Do you use ERS? Do you just ask for referrals? And do you get 10, 7? When do you call them? How do you call them?
I get referrals. So a lot of my business comes from referrals. The first thing I do is provide great service to my clients, and they're always I get like between 5 to 7 phone calls a week of people who are asking for me to help their family members with policies. But yeah, I do the ERS. Okay, here's what changed for me. I used to think about the ERS system and I would do it, but it was like it felt weird, right? It felt weird to me. Now I still do the ERS where I'm telling them, hey, I need to do this because I need to make sure if someday you die, your family is going to get this money. Like it's my responsibility.
Say it like that.
Sure. Yeah, and that's
like
why.
that.
And they throw names and numbers at me.
It's my responsibility.
It's my job. Like I say this to them. I say, look, you're not going to be here. You're going to be dead, but I'm going to make sure that your family gets this money. I have to do that. The other thing that I ask
you doing it like that. You light them up with enthusiasm on this subject.
Exactly. And then the other thing that I ask is, okay, this one I didn't ask before. Simple question. Who else needs insurance in your family? Like who else? Who else needs insurance in your family?
Insurance in your family.
Yeah. And they're like, well, I don't know. You might want to check with my cousin. They'll tell me, okay, what's their name? And I'll go ahead and start writing stuff down. But it's just like, I realized that I forgot who it was that said it, but it's the circle, when your circle of, Gina Hawks, she said on the call we had, your circle of influence, and then you got to get into their circle of influence. And remembering, and then as you start getting into other people's circle of influence, then your circle gets bigger because then they'll continue to refer you to people. I mean, I've gone in depth in my clients' families, not just my team, but also that too. But it's just like, the more questions I ask, the more concern I have for their life, the more people are willing to give me. But what I used to be a very shallow agent. I was shallow. Like it was just, let me make this sale and that's it. And I would, hey, your policy's been approved. And then I was like, that's it. But now I need to know everything about you so that I can best know how to serve you. And I had a client call me today and just say, hey, what else do you do? Because I'm thinking about switching everything I have from who my other person is. I want everything switched to you. And I'm like, well, some of that stuff I don't do, but I can. I'll figure out a way to do it. Yeah. So it's fun. It's just caring more about people. And one more thing.
I believe you. I just look at these people that are not selling, and I just go like, they've got to be superficial. There's no way they're caring and asking as many questions as me. That's the only thing I can think.
I was one of those people, and you know what? The other thing too, Andy, you used to tell me like, Mia, you need to get a staff person. I kid you not. I know that people always say this, like, oh, I didn't know what I was missing until I had staff. I'm one of those people that did not know what I was missing until I had staff. But to have the weight of pending off my back so that I can think about people, oh my gosh, like to be able to sit in appointments and I'm seeing clients pending requirements come in from insurance carriers, and I know my assistant's got it taken care of. I don't even have to think about it, you know, and just to be able to have an opportunity to have somebody else that I get to employ that depends on me for a paycheck. I love that. And I love that now I'm in a position to hire another person. I'm about to hire another person at the beginning of August that's also going to depend on me. So the more I can create for them to do, the more money we make. They know the goals. They know the goal is to get to millions of dollars so that we can continue to expand. And I'm just grateful just to be a person that can employ others to do this. So I'm excited every day.
22,000 issued in a week, girl.
Yep.
I mean, if you'd issued 5 in a week, we'd have lost our mind. 22,000. It ain't like you got one big out. Like, whoo, I got it in. It's 18 applications for 22,000 a week. You have set a standard now, girl.
We're working. Look, I go to work. I love this business. I love the alliance. I love you. I love my upline. This is the greatest. I was telling somebody today, I'm recruiting this guy out in Georgia. He said, yeah, the guy, he was telling me how much money he made, but I didn't know if it was real. I said, listen, I come from companies where I used to have to kill myself to make a couple $100. Once you learn the skill of caring about people and you learn how to sell, I can teach you how to make $15,000 in a week because I've done it. But the way that to get to that point is to be able to humble yourself, learn from others, and be willing to get coached and focused. And because of that focus and remembering that scripture, all hard work brings profit, but mere talk only leads to poverty. My bank account blowing up, baby. I'm excited.
You're a prime example of this today's Talk About Service. 22,000, number one. I can't wait to see you number one a week. And Atsoy, you're close. Atsoy, he was so close. You got the numbers in there, baby. You're gonna have a number one week. Jeff Turner, number one week. Hutchinson, we got Wood out there scrapping. We all got to fight. We need new number ones. Great week, Mia. Proud of you. You guys help make this. You'll help make this. Remember, there's 4 simple things that you got to do. Let's think about it. Let's review this, and let's figure out a way to go serve and make a difference and go help those broke people, because those broke people are part of the war on poverty. And if we're going to make a difference, it might as well be helping some broke people get rich, because that's the number one problem in America. And if I could fix all our agents and just show them how to have that $15,000 a week coming in, and no more financial problems, paying for health problems, paying for medication, paying for facilities, exercise, whatever you need, that money that can slide it right in there. And then we can provide the love too, because we got a loving group. Love y'all. Thank y'all for plugging in. Big week. Numbers are going through the roof. Go get you some. Today's Wednesday. You can book. Most people already got 20 appointments Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's going to be a big week. Make it happen for you and yours. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. Great job to you. Appreciate you doing it. Peace out. 2.